high eating. Yeah? So that's a teaching method. You can give it to your colleagues and also help younger kids, teach your younger siblings. So this part goes more off to the guardians. For the parents, please let's have a discussion with our kids. Always create time to have a word with them. Yeah? So tell your younger siblings how to wash their hands and eat well. Probably to their maturity level at this point, they might not understand that maybe how long should you wash your hands, and did you really need a soap to wash your hands clean? But you as the parent, you can talk to your kids that okay, they've made mention that you have to wash your hands before and after eating, but how do you do it? Maybe the child didn't comprehend it. So that's the responsibility of the parent. Yeah? So you encourage safe habits, remind people to clean their surroundings and drink clean water. How do we get clean water? We make sure that from our sources where we get our water source, we make sure it's clean. So jobs that help keep people healthy. There are many ways to help in healthcare, a lot. Like I said, even counseling, it helps a lot. Having discussion with your friend after this program, it helps a lot. That means technically you are a healthcare worker at that point. Yeah, so doctors and nurses, much more, these are the people that are, they carry the majority in the healthcare settings. So treat sick people and help them feel better. Probably at this point you might not know how it feels becoming a healthcare provider. If you treat people, at the end of the day, maybe your grandma or any other person, they feel happy and they pray for you. So getting that prayers alone, it's motivational. It motivates you to do this more and more, even if you are not getting the financial strength from it. So getting down to the community health workers, visit villages and teach people how to stay healthy. If you are fortunate to go to school, because we know down there in our villages, it's not everybody who is fortunate to attend schools. So if you are fortunate to get to school, this is a task for you. If you get to your village, communicate them, tell them about some of the things that you know that can absolutely boost up their health strength. Huh? So the scientists and researchers, they create medicines and vaccines to fight diseases. Yet I'll get down to the parents, because we know every child has a parent somewhere. So the parents taking their kids to the infant welfare clinics. Let's make sure we take our kids to the infant welfare clinics to attend them regularly. Because ideally they should attend up to 5 years, from birth to 5 years. But majority of the mothers, specifically the mothers, they are not doing it. So we have to try by all means to take the kids to the infant welfare centers or the clinics so that they can have their vaccine in order. Yeah, because some of the disease conditions that the kids may have, like polio, pneumonia, these are all vaccines they are diseases that vaccines are available for with no cost. You don't pay for it. So public health leaders work to bring hospitals and clinics to communities to need them. So how can you start today? That's the main question today. So as a child, you have to be curious. First, you have to be so curious. Learn about health by asking questions and reading books. We know in our generation right now, majority of the kids don't read. But they are so good in asking. So if they ask, and you really cannot get them the answer, what do? Quickly get into the internet and check it. We all learn from it. Yeah? So and the kids too, if you go to the hospitals or the health facilities with your parents, and maybe being attended by a nurse or a doctor, at the end of the day, it's your right to ask the doctor, what did the lab say? Or what is the problem? Or you can say, Mommy, I want to know what's wrong with me. That's a question that nobody will deny. They have to explain to you. And then, moving forward, we have joint school programs. The kids have to start joining school programs. Let's say the science clubs. And I want you to all, the kids, to promise me that if you get back to your schools, all of you are going to join the science clubs. Do you promise? You all have to try and join the science club and be a participant. So voluntary service, you have to do voluntarism, which we are doing right now, as you can see. As you can see right now, we are volunteers for African Health. And we really are not being paid. So we are doing this voluntarily. So dream big. As a child, you have to start dreaming big from today. No matter where you come from, you can make a difference if you work hard. I will take a typical example of my able president, who is no other person but Sam Francis Baji. Sam was a long-time friend of mine. We started from a long time, not today. So Sam became an orthopedics doctor in America, in Wisconsin. But he started everything here, from the roots. Maybe I cannot tell you where everything, like how everything goes about. Things were never smooth with Sam. Things were never smooth. And he came down all the way down from behind Brikama, from the little village. And he's now an orthopedics doctor in the US. So no matter where you come from, you can make a difference. Just have this mindset. It's all about the mind. So we now have to imagine a healthcare future for the Gambia. Because this is the country we live in and this is what we have. Everything has a start. So we started this association here and we are moving forward. So I want you all to imagine, what if one day no one in the Gambia suffered from malaria or other preventive diseases? How would you feel? Yes, sir, how would you feel? If nobody feels sick anymore? Yeah, you feel good, obviously. So likewise the kids too. So you still imagine if one day every village has enough doctors and nurses to help everyone. Even if you are fortunate to be in the urban centers, but you know that you came from the rural areas. But your mind will be free that, okay, there are enough doctors and nurses. Some might even be my friends. I can even call them. Okay, my mom, my dad is sick, or my relative. Can you kindly take care of that? Yeah, because it's a trust. Yeah, and we have a lot more nurses and doctors that are down there in the rural areas. So you're still going to be happy about that, isn't it? So, and then the last but not the least, what if one day you help invent new ways to stop sicknesses before it happens? We take a quick look at the Ebola virus, or the COVID-19, which was just recent. These are sicknesses that came in within the blink of an eye. But had it been things were different, you are fortunate to be one of those who invent a vaccine for that, or preventable medicine. We can prevent this COVID-19 from coming. Because as we all know, the COVID-19 has wasted a lot of our time. We've been sitting indoors. We would like to do certain things. You've been restricted from going outside after 12 a.m. So this future is possible. And it starts with you, like I said, you, and you too. So on that note, we'd like to stop here, and we say a big thank you for, thanks to you all, the audience, for your time, and you know the kids are hungry, they would like to have some refreshment. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Appreciate the wonderful speeches our brothers have just given. I will quickly say something before I hand over, before we come down. I am not a doctor. I don't work in the clinic, but I work closely with the clinicians and the nurses. I work as a biomedical laboratory scientist. We do the investigation. And if you go to the hospital, sometimes you hear them say, give me your urine, give me your blood, give me this, give me this. Have you ever wondered, what do they do with it? They send it to the lab and we do the investigation. And one of the things I want to tell these young ones here, how do you know a mango is ripe? Eh? Change in what? In color. Change in what? In life, there is always an indication. Pay attention to that. Your body is number one thing that speaks to you. If your urine changes to a color that it has never been, know that something is wrong. Go to mommy and say, Mommy, my urine has changed color. If you are urinating and it is paining, go to mommy and say, Mommy, I'm passing urine